Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about what is love, right? What is love? It's such a misunderstanding when we hear the word love, or someone wants to express love to you, or they say I love you. What does that mean, right? What does that mean when you say you love yourself? Now you got to really think about what love really looks like, and you got to really think about what is that you want love to be. So over the years, I've learned about three important things that made me love myself and how I would want to be loved, because everybody has a different love language and everybody wants to be loved differently, and it's important to know people's love language and how they want to be loved. So the first thing for me is that I look at love in three different ways. I look at it through loyalty, trust, and respect, right? And these are the three things for me that let me know that I love myself, but most importantly, how I want to be loved. So, what does loyalty look like? Because most people think as loyalty mean that, oh, you won't cheat on me, or oh, you won't betray me. But loyalty is a little bit deeper if you really want to have a deeper understanding. Because remember, understanding is about being deep. You can't understand something on a surface level. You got to understand it on a deeper level. So to me, loyalty starts with your spirituality, right? So if you as a person say, hey, I love myself, you got to love yourself spiritually. You got to, what are you doing spiritually to fulfill that love within your spirituality, right? That could be through praying, that could be through meditating, that could be reading the Bible, that could be anything. But what is it that you understand that there's a higher purpose, there's a higher level than where you are? Do you understand that there is something that is bigger than who you are, right? So spirituality is very important for you to be loyal to. But when it comes down to your mentality, are you loyal to your mentality? What are you doing to your mental state of mind? Meaning that, what are you saying to yourself? What are you listening to? What are you surrounding yourself? What are the things that are being said to you that you are paying attention to, right? Because you ever hear the impression where they say that the messenger leave but the messenger remains, right? So you got to be careful. What are you listening to your mental state? And then emotional, right? Emotionally, like, what is your loyalty to your emotional? What are you doing to stay happy and positive? You got to always think about that. What is that you're doing every day to remain positive? What are the things that you're saying? Are you doing like your affirmations? Are you meditating? Are you listening to like I said, positive things? What are you doing to remain in a positive state of mind? Is your environment making you happy? Is your environment making you feel productive, motivated, right? Is it inspiring? Is it educated? What is it that it's doing? Is it motivated for you in this environment? And then you got to also be loyal to your physicality, right? Now, I'm not telling you to become like this ultimate gym rat or something, but what are you doing every day? It could be from stretching, it could be from doing yoga, it could be working out, it could be based upon how you eat, how you hydrating yourself. How do you love yourself? What are you doing to take care of the vessel that harvests your soul, right? You got to make sure that you take that in consideration. It could be, like I said, simple things in the morning, stretch, right? You can start your day off with a real nice stretch. Stay flexible, right? Drinking water, hydrating, things like that nature, right? And then when it comes to your finances, right? Financially, what is your loyalty to your finances? What are you doing to learn about money? What is that you're understanding how to invest money? What are you doing to learn how to save your money? What is it that you're doing to empower these things? These are things that you got to be loyal to, right? You got to be loyal to your spirituality, your mentality, your emotions, your physicality, your finances. You got to be very loyal to these things. And then trust, to me, trust is very, very important, because trust means that, hey man, I'm going to communicate with care, right? I'm going to communicate with care, and I'm going to be transparent, right? Transparent means I'm going to be vulnerable, but at the same time as I'm being vulnerable, I'm also in a position to be accountable, right? So trust requires these things in order for you to feel like you could trust someone, because trust means that I am free to be who I am. So trust requires communication with care, and communication with care that is very revealing, transparent, and transparency requires vulnerability, and vulnerability will then requires you to also be in a position where someone could feel that accountability. So accountability, all these things are important to build trust, because someone got to know that if you make a mistake, you're willing to own it, right? Don't justify it, own it. But most importantly, when it comes to respect, I think one of the biggest misconceptions about respect is that most people don't realize that you can't respect what you don't understand. So respect requires you to understand something. And when you understand the good and the bad, nobody wants to be judged. So it's so important for us to understand the importance of acceptance, right? So if you understand something, you got to accept it. And acceptance requires you to understand it. And if you accept what you understand, the good and bad about something, it makes it feels appreciated. That's where appreciation comes from, when you accept what you understand. So for example, if you understand that, hey, this bicycle can't move from point A to point B, and you got to accept that someone has to get on there and pedal it. And through that pedaling and balancing and getting from point A to point B, there's a sense of appreciation, because appreciation comes from accomplishment. So what do you do to feel accomplished? And that's what respect is. Everybody wants to feel understood, accepted, and appreciated. So for me, that's why love to me is those three things. And that's why love is not just a noun, it's really an action, because love is not what you say, it's what you show. And what you show is what you do, and what you do is who you are, right? So you got to really look at love differently. And those are some of the things I just want you guys to think about. What is love, right? And you always got to look at the love that you want to give to yourself, and also the love that you want to accept from others. So it's important to learn people's love language. And if you can't love them the way that they want to be loved, then you got to really ask yourself, do you love yourself, right? So love hard, love real, love is kind, love is pure, love is real. All right, see you at the top.